for spiritual living. My name is Ona Chambers, and I'm a practitioner here, and I'm going to lead us in a meditation. It'll last about 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes later, our actual service will begin. So anyhow, I'm going to read the meditation today out of Mark Nepo's book called The Little Book of Awakening. And it looks like this. And it's 52 meditations instead of 365. Much easier to put in my purse. Anyhow, I'm going to read a meditation called Grace Comes to the Wave. First, a little quote by Thich Nhat Hanh. Enlightenment for a wave is the moment the wave realizes that it is water. At that moment, all fear of death disappears. Much like the life of ordinary waves, we as human beings are gathered in our passion out of a larger home, that sea of infinite spirit, and propelled from an unfathomable depth, we mount and curl and crest and spray, only to subside back into that from which we come. Profoundly, grace comes to the wave when it realizes what it is made of. Since it has arisen from the very same water into which it will crash, its fear of ending is somehow lessened, for it is already a part of where it is going. Can it be that you and I, like simple waves, experience such an enlightenment the instant we realize that we are all made of the same water? Can truly knowing this, the way that waves know the wind, lessen our fear of death? I think I experienced something like this while healing from my rib surgery. I was broken of all difference, dashed of all the ways I could distinguish myself from others. In this tired and dizzied state, I could see that we are all made of the same stuff, and that life before me and after me is probably no different than the lights and shadows flickering off my cells right now. Like the wave, aware that it is water, I realized briefly that my skin is a very thin boundary, and that wherever I am going is the same as where I am. As a human being now aware of this larger sea of spirit, my fear of death has lessened, though even as I write this, I don't want to die. I think now that the other way to read all this is to say that enlightenment is the moment we realize that we are made of love. At that moment, all fear of living disappears, for grace comes to the heart when it realizes what it is made of and what it has risen from. In that moment, grace comforts us, and no matter the joy or pain along the way, we are already a part of where we are going. Enlightenment for a heart on earth is the moment we accept that it is the loving that makes waves of us all, again and again and again. Breathe slowly and meditate on the nearest window. Note how the same air gathers outside the window and inside the window. Breathe slowly and meditate on how your mouth is like that window. Note how the same air gathers outside of you as well as inside of you. Breathe deeply and feel the essence of everything move in and out of the window that is you. And now, slowly start to bring your consciousness back to the room. Become aware of your feet on the floor and the chair that is supporting you. Feel the air around your face and start to gently move yourself. And when you are ready, open your eyes, feeling refreshed and renewed. I want to thank you for joining us this morning for this meditation. And for those of you at home, remember that in 15 minutes, the actual service will start. So don't go away. Stay with us, okay? Thank you very much.
Good morning and welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living, Eugene. My name is Radiant and this is...
I'm Linda. Yeah, that's who I am.
And we are grateful members of your Joy Notes song leading team. If you have any interest in singing and helping lead songs, please come see me after service. I'd be happy to work something in, or you could talk to Reverend Linda. Anyway, if you are willing and able, please rise. We'll sing a couple songs. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I got the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. The light and love of
Got the
light and love of God within me down in my heart. Down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. I got the light and love of God within me down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. The peace that passes understanding.
The peace that passes
Understanding down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I have the peace that passes understanding down in my heart. Down in my heart to stay. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. And I'm so happy, so very happy. I've got the joy of God down in my heart. And so it is. If you'll please turn to your neighbor and greet them. And now if you'll return to your seats, we'll start our second song. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. Open wide. Open wide my heart. Open wide my thank you for coming to celebrate this beautiful Sunday with us. And if you have any devices, please silence them now.
Hello and good morning, everybody. And hello to everyone joining us remotely online. We see you and appreciate you. My name is Danu. I am a practitioner in training here and have been serving on our board for a couple years. And yeah, I'm so happy to see everyone here today. We got a great turnout. If you are here for your first time, we've got a sheet in the lobby we can have you fill out. If you give us your contact info, you can stay up to date on all our classes and service opportunities and other fun stuff going on. You can also sign up for our newsletter. Give us your email and you'll get it sent to your inbox every week. So here at this center, we know that spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use our teaching, the science of mind, to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. I'm going to read for you our declared principle for today. The principle we're covering is spiritual healing. We believe in the demonstration of healing through the power of this mind. And I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Ona Chambers. And also a shout out to Donna for holding high watch for us. Thank you, Donna. And now we've got another song.
It's a new one this time. We are one. Yeah, miracles. Okay, ready? Everybody stand up and grab hands as you feel comfortable. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one.
Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to the center, and my name is Ona Chambers. I'm a practitioner here, and I'm going to lead us in an affirmative prayer. An affirmative prayer is different than a supplicating prayer in that we're not asking God to give us something. We know the gift has already been given. So we are affirming that the gift has been given, and we know that all we have to do is accept it, and it is ours. We don't have to plead or beg or ask for things. The things have already been given. The things, the feelings, the joy, the peace, the love. It is a part of our original equipment, and it has been given. So now, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. If not, just lower your gaze a little bit and follow my voice. I relax and I breathe. I take in several deep, slow breaths as I let go of everything it took to get here, and I bring myself to this very present moment. And I remember who I am. I'm not this body or this ego or this personality. I am actually an expression of the divine. I am the divine in action. My hands are the hands of God. My voice is the voice of God. I am God on earth. And as such, I am filled with love, because God and love are synonyms. God, it doesn't love. God is love, and so am I. And remembering this, I expand. I let my heart open. I just open that chakra like a flower opening. And I feel the love. I feel the love of my love. I feel the love of everybody in this room. And I know that in this place I am loved and supported and not judged. We all are on a path, and we all have our challenges. And as such, we don't judge one another. We just love and accept everybody for who they are. And now, I remember this service is here for my edification, for my growth, for my joy. And I know that everything works together in this service to bring that about. The talk, the music, whatever anybody might say to us or what we might say to somebody else, we don't know. But it might be just the thing they need to hear or just the thing I need to hear. So I am grateful. I am so grateful to be part of this community, to be part of this world, to know that I'm so loved and supported and that I have the tools to change my life. I know the truth about who I am and how to change it. And I am so grateful for these tools. I place my word into the law, which has already made it so. Everything that I've said is happening right now, right here in me. And I am thankful and joyful. Say with me now, and so it is.
And I'm going to share with you all now our September affirmation. I will read it once aloud, and you can listen, and if you choose, you can read it again out loud with me. So, my life is a wonder-filled experience. As an expression of the infinite, the dream of spirit is alive in me. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. And you can read it aloud with me. My life is a wonder-filled experience. As an expression of the infinite, the dream of spirit is alive in me. The work of my soul is creating a life that matters. And so it is. And our talk title today is Good Work, and that will be delivered by our beloved Reverend Linda. And before we get into our talk, we have a musical guest, our beloved Linda Lundry Starr.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. See you waving in the back. I am bringing a song today by someone who's a well-known New Thought artist in our movement, and also a good friend of mine, Faith Rivera. And let me just get the lyrics up here. And this song is called God Is. Where I am, God is. Where I stand, God is standing strong. Where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. Ask me where I sing, God is, and where I dance, joy lifts my feet, and where I live, beauty's flowing free, in and out and through God is the faith in me, and where I cry, God is the comfort here, and where I seek, God is the answer, here and now, forever and never and never. Where I speak, truth is, and where I work, love is my career, and where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me. Ask me. Oh, and and where I am, and where I stand, and where I play, where I work and breathe and move and be, when I sing, and when I dance, my dance, my dance, wherever I go and pray, take and give and live. God is, life is, ooh, God is.
Man, I swear she just took me right there. We don't even need no meditation song, but we're still gonna do it anyway. So if you'll just sit back in your chair and sing the song with me a few times and have a downward gaze, or you can just sit there with your eyes open if that brings you joy, and just sit and be in this bliss with me. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening.
I am opening. Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. For God is not a being. God is being itself. It is the essence, the energy, the love, the life, in and through all of creation. It's not something outside me. It is me and everything around me. I am immersed in a sea of spirit, just as fish are immersed in an ocean of water. This thing I call spirit is the very nature of all that is. It is life living itself through me, as me, as everything. And I just take a moment to breathe that in. Grateful to remember I am one within the one as the one, and am part of all that is. I just let go and let God be God in me, let good be good in me, let life be lived through me. And so it is. Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. So many things today. I got enough notes to probably talk to you guys for about 2 hours today. So I'm going to try to figure out how to consolidate all of that into one nice little 20-minute box here. But in the interim, I need to acknowledge Nancy Fisher for the exquisite altar that she created for us this month. Nancy's getting ready to retire from this, and we're hoping that one of you who is creative and expressive, we've got all of the decorations in the back, and she's got photos of the things that she's done and ideas. So if anybody would like to take this on, I would love to have you consider, and she will help you kind of through the next month. So your first month. So just think about it. If this calls to you, whether you're here or whether you're at home. And this is Labor Day weekend. And we kind of never know what Labor Day weekend is going to be all about, because some people everybody goes away and decides, oh, this is the last chance to go to the ocean, I'm out of here. Or it's everybody says, I ain't going out there where everybody else is out there, so I'm going to stay home this week. And here we are. So this is one of those, I'm staying home, and I'm so glad to see so many of you I haven't seen for months or years other than on Facebook. And to have you present with us today, my little heart's just giddy, and I am feeling really, really good. But I want to just acknowledge Labor Day. It's, so many of our holidays are so confused. And, we think Veterans Day is about dead veterans. No, it's about the living veterans. And it's Memorial Day that's about the people who died. And Independence Day, we're pretty clear on what that is. But Labor Day is not officially the end of summer. Labor Day is a date that was set became a federal holiday in 1894 due to the amazing work of unions in getting rid of 12 and 16-hour days and 7-day work weeks and creating family time and space. Because if we didn't realize it before, during COVID, we had to become aware that the people who are laboring are the ones who are holding this country together. Without the store clerks and the gas pumpers and all of the people who kept things going, it wasn't the billionaires who helped us through this. It was the people, most of whom were making minimum wage. And it is for this that we honor this day. It pays tribute to the contributions and achievements of American workers and is traditionally observed on the first Monday in September. It was created by the labor movement in the late 19th century and became a federal holiday in 1894. Oregon, how many of you know this, was the first state to celebrate Labor Day as a legal holiday in 1887. Go Oregon. Because the timber industry would have been nothing without the laborers. So, that may be the reason, this being the month that we celebrate Labor Day, that the theme this month is work, our work. And not necessarily our paid labor, not necessarily our careers, although it can include that. But have you heard it said that someone's life work was this, someone's life work was that? And it may have been that they were a poet, it may have been that they were an artist, it may have been that they were a sculptor, it may have been that they spent their whole time working on civil rights or social justice. It may have been that they worked with housing for the poor. It could be all kinds of things that had nothing to do with what they were paid to do, but it was their life's work to create change in the world. And so today we're going to kind of look at work in that way. The theme for the year is Living Everyday Wonder, which is the idea of, not I wonder why the heck I'm doing this, but to be in wonder and in awe, to be in a sense of wow. And I have had work that was work, that was a task, and I am now blessed to be one of those people who is living a life where my work is a call. Where I told my therapist a few years ago, he said I needed to find better phrasing, but I said I like it the way it is. I can't not do this. There is no way in the world, even when I retire, I won't be a pulpit minister, but I will be doing ministry work online and in classes and in other ways, because this is who I came here to be. And I recall my mother reminded me when I told her that I had made the decision that I was going into ministry. She says, well, you remember when you were 10 years old, you used to play church at home. I had hymnals, and I would and my mom and the neighbor, and I would do, responsive readings, and this was, how many kids play church, for pity's sakes? And it didn't occur to me that it was weird, So anyway, There's a place in me that knew it before I knew it. It took me another 33 years to figure it out, but I did eventually figure it out. And what they're asking us to do this month is to add wonder as a way of work. To add wonder to our work, to add wonder to how we work, to add wonder to what we work at. And to just be open to the possibilities that are all around us. Our work, and in this sense I'm taking perhaps our call, perhaps our need to do what we do, contains the spiritual elements of meaning and also meaningfulness. Our work contains the elements of good and also goodness. It's an extension of our passion for the world. The things that make me go, yes, when I look at them. The things that make me feel alive. Right now, I've got a side hustle at home where I'm basically landscaping my house that I've been in 15 years this month now. I'm finally starting to do all the things that I wanted to do when I moved in. So in that preparation for in the next 5 years or so retiring, I'm starting nesting, you know, and that's calling me, and it's a passion, and I can get caught up on the internet looking up stuff, what plants with what, and where to go there, and how to do this, and how to not take out the topsoil but get rid of the grasses, you know, various different things that will make the universe a richer place when I've done the work that I do. That's what work is. That's what work is meant to be. In our outline this month, normally I don't, the outlines, I look at them and I go, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay, I know where they're going. I think I want to go this way. And I did that a bit with this, but part of it was like, oh my God, this is perfect. So I have no idea who did this. Next year, they're telling us who did the monthly things. Last month, they told us who did them each week. This month, they're not telling us. This year, they're not telling us. So I got no idea who to attribute this to, but I love this. In our work, we need to create a space of expectation that what we do and what we accomplish will make others' lives and the world better. Lindsay does amazing work with preschool kids in a way that is so empowering and rich and wonderful, and she's been doing it for, 20 years now? And you know, that's what she does. She makes the world better by making those children's lives better. We have to do this because we know this truth and refuse to settle for less. I refuse to settle for less than knowing my life matters and what I am doing matters, and the world will be a better place because I had a vision. I had work that was mine to do. Making music, making poetry, gardening. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be changing the world, just planting a tree that doesn't use a lot of water. It's a small thing, but it's a big thing in the way the systems work. Being mindful of what it is I'm doing and how it is impacting the world around me. That is my work. So I would like us to look at, can we, no matter if I'm 87 or 17, can I look at this as embarking on the journey of finding the good in the work that I do? And how do I embark on a journey without a map? How do I embark on a journey when I'm not clear where I'm going, without my GPS to tell me every step of the way? How do I do that? There's a Spanish poet, Antonio Machado. I've just got one line from his poem, but I absolutely love it. There is no way. There is no way. We make the way as we go. There is no way. We make the way as we go. That's brilliant. That is empowering. That is the richness of who and what we're here and all that we have within us that we're capable of doing. If we would open up to that spirit that isn't outside of us, but that is operating through us and has been all of our lives, that voice is always there, but we've crowded it out with YouTube and Sirius and whatever else we're playing, and we don't just stop and take time to just be still and know. So let's focus on the skill, the gift, and the talents that show up in us. Each of us is endowed with really wonderful. We may just simply be a good listener. The world needs more good listeners. You don't have to produce anything, and yet you are receiving. There are so many things, there's so many gifts we have. And when I saw good work, I could not help but think of our beloved late John Lewis and his idea of get in trouble, good trouble, necessary trouble. And that's the way I'm viewing this message today, is our work should be, in some form or another, good trouble. It should be creating change. It could be shifting things. It could be making things different. Some quotes from John that I just want to share with you from Representative Lewis. He was an amazing human being. Nothing can stop the power of a committed and determined people to make a difference in our society. Why? Because human beings are the most dynamic link to the divine on this planet. Good Southern Baptists realize that, you know? You are a light. You are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. Release the need to hate, to harbor division, and the enticement of revenge. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won. There are so many wise people in the world who have so much to offer. But what I just really want to share with you is in the work of our work, in the play of our work, in the development and evolution of our work. We're asked to find the willingness to add our voice, our vision, and our dream to that which exists for the good of others. What I am doing helping the good of others? Is what I am doing lifting the good of others? Is what I am about to do, is what I'm about to say adding to the good of the world? Yeah, it might feel good to flip that bird or say that ugly thing, but am I adding? Am I adding to the love? Am I adding to the peace? Am I creating a pathway that isn't filled with brambles and briars, but is smooth and easy for someone to come to me? So we go to the idea of wonder. I studied with Parker Palmer for a few years, going to conferences and such. And when they had the beginning of each conference, they would have a set of guidelines by which we operated. And one of the guidelines was, when the going gets tough, turn to wonder. And to just wonder, I wonder why this is impacting me like that. I wonder why I'm reacting this way. I wonder why they said that. I wonder what made them think that. Instead of passing judgment, wonder. Because when I wonder, I have learned okay, I'm 73 now, and if I have learned anything in the last 8 decades, and I'm sorry, but your first decade is before you have teens, so that your teens are actually your second decade, so your 70s are actually your 8th decade, okay? That's creepy, scary, but I'm at level 73, okay, that's where I am. I've attained that. What I have learned is not knowing is the greatest wisdom that you can have. When I know the answer, when I am absolutely clear that this is the way, I have left everything else out. I have made no room for spirit. I have made no room for anything to change. I have made no room for growth. I have put a lid and a box around myself and said, okay, this is it. I'm complete. Sadly, that's basically what Mary Baker Eddy did with Christian Science. She said, I've written everything anybody needs to know. You don't need ministers. You just keep reading this book, and that's all you ever need to do. And it's a beautiful faith, and she had amazing ideas, and I'm not putting her down or them down in any way, at all. But she said, Ernest said, this is open at the top. It's ready to keep growing. I've just laid a foundation, and you guys need to keep planting seeds and see what happens. We need to turn to wonder. When we judge, we stop wondering. When we judge, we put a cap. I put a box around you that say, oh, that's how they are. Oh, I don't need to get to know anything more. They can't surprise me. Everybody can surprise me. Everybody can do things. I can surprise me some days. It's just we have to be willing to wonder about what is possible. And when we begin with a state of wonder about everything, instead of knowing the answers, we need to lean into asking questions. So what does that mean? So how do we do this? So what would happen here? Well, what if we tried that? I did read a book recently, Marilee Adams. She's just come out with a renew of it. Is Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. You may be familiar with Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, but she's Change Your Questions, Change Your Life. When we ask questions, we open doors. And they're questions not to find answers, just to open doors and see what's on the other side. Well, what would we do? Well, where would we come up with the money? Well, who would be in charge of it? Well, how would we look at that? Well, where would we go with it? Well, what would we, to do all of those things without trying to find an answer leads you to, well, what if we turned right here? What if we turned left here? What if we went downstairs instead of upstairs? We find new ways of thinking and being, and wonder is the doorway to that. I'm going to close for you with 3 quotes one from Socrates, one from Rachel Carson, and one from somebody named Tara Lemme, who I didn't have a chance to look up and see who the heck she is. But from Socrates, wonder is the beginning of wisdom. That's why they call us New Thought, Ancient Wisdom. We actually do go back to Socrates and find wisdom there. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Rachel Carson, who I love for her work in ecology, at its best, wondering combines doubting and dreaming in a powerful partnership to test value. Combining doubting and dreaming to figure out where we go from here. Doubting actually is a spiritual practice. It really is a good spiritual practice. It helps us clarify where we are. And finally, by Tara Lemme, wonder is the starter kit for innovation. Wonder is the starter kit for innovation. If we want to do something new and different, if we want to create a new spiritual center here, if we want to create a new world in which to live, if we want to create a place where we're not contemplating civil war, but contemplating civil unity, how do we show up? We have to wonder about that. We can't just say, oh, they're like that, never mind, we're not going to fix anything. Oh, that's the way that is, it's always been that way. Oh, we tried that once and it didn't work. Those are not wondering thoughts, and those are not taking us to where we want to go. So I just invite you to look at wonder as an exploration, as a way of seeing, feeling, and knowing new ways of being in the world, new ways of seeing the world, but new ways of seeing the person in the mirror. Let's stop presuming that person has quit growing. Let's stop presuming that person has done all they can do. One of my early teachers says, you know how you still have work to do? You're above ground and breathing. So, my friends, I wonder what's next. And I would like to call up our practitioner, Ona Chambers, to do the blessing of the offering. And after that, we'll have another song by Linda Lundry Starr.
Should we have the blessing song too?
Yes, we will have the blessing song too.
After I bless.
After you bless it. Yes, indeed, while they do the offering.
In deep gratitude for this community, for the love and support I feel here, for the ways I get to learn here, from the whole environment of being here in this beautiful community and hopefully spreading it out to more and more and more people so that others can feel what we feel. I bless this offering and know that it follows the law of circulation, and that as we give, we receive far more. So I ask you now to think about that as you make your offering. Thank you very much.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. And so it is, and now we are abundantly blessed because we have another song by Reverend Linda Lundry Starr.
I played church. So I played church, but instead of holding and reading and whatever Reverend Linda was doing as a child, I was singing in front of the mirror, imagining that I was in church. Now, I won't sit here and tell you about my childhood, but let's just say doubt was what was leading that effort for me as a child. So I got my call several years later, not just to ministry, but just to being a musician. And one of the greatest gifts was just knowing that, there is no limit to what we can do. And this was one of the first songs that I wrote when recognizing that, my doubt and dream came to fruition all at the same time. It was absolutely wonderful. So my soul says yes. These guys are amazing, by the way. Absolutely amazing. The lyrics will be on the screen, so join me on the chorus if you will, please. The voice beneath the still reminds me we are all one, there is no mystery to be solved. and I breathe to celebrate that I'm alive. My heart says yes to you, my beloved. I surrender to this moment, and I breathe to celebrate that I'm alive. My soul says yes to everything that's possible, a simple yes. And all my worries come unraveled, and I breathe to celebrate that I'm alive. My darkest moment now is when the sun rises, and I'm so grateful for each surprise it takes me over, daring me to try. You take me over, daring me to try. My soul says yes to everything that's possible, a simple yes. And all my worries come unraveled, and I breathe to celebrate that I'm sing with me. My soul says yes, like you mean it, to everything that's possible, a simple yes. And all my worries come unraveled, and I breathe to celebrate that I'm alive. My soul says yes, a simple one, a simple yes. My soul says yes, a simple yes. My soul says what? Yes. Yay.
Okay, it is the first Sunday in September. Do you know what the first Sunday means? Birthdays! Donut holes! Birthday song! So we're going to sing. Would everybody who's got a September birthday please stand up here? Come on, come on, come on. Come on! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you. You are wonderful. God is blessing you. Thank you, Mo. Woo! All righty. Okay. Okay, so there is one. We are going to be dissolving the Zoom Hangout after this week. We're doing it one last time. Kathy Day is at home, and she's going to be leading it today at 11:30. We're going to look at redoing it in a way so that it goes into the social hall, because we're looking at attempting to come back to, by October, come back to having the social hall after service where we can have coffee and snacks and fellowship. The point being, we got masks and everything, because in the last, not from here, but in the last 2 weeks, 3 of our members have caught COVID. And they've all been boosted and vaxxed. So we really need to be mindful of how we come together, because most of us are at risk. Not all of us are Lindsay's age, so. But this is, we have to be careful of what it is we're doing and how we're doing it together. Okay, this Tuesday at 10:30, the men's coffee is happening. That's happening at 10:30 at it's Alon Brothers at 5th Street Market. That's where I was trying to get the where. I had the when, I just needed to get to the where. They've been having 6 or 7 people each week, and they're working on another meeting that would probably be in the evening where they could get together. So just be aware of everything. You can find more information at csleugene.org. And this Friday night, there is virtual game night online. Kathy Day is hosting that. If you are interested, go to csleugene.org, get the link, and show up at 5:30 p.m. on Friday night and play some games online with people. Then on Friday the 16th, right here at the center at 6:30 p.m., doors will open. We're going to have movie night at the theater at 6:45. We're going to have a short film, and then she's got a longer film at 7 o'clock on the Tao, the mysticism of the Tao, and it's really a wonderful, wonderful film with discussion about what it all means. Everyone is welcome. There'll be more information in the newsletter about, coming in, getting tickets, that sort of thing, but it will be here live at the center. And the annual conference is coming up October 14th through 16th. I am so blessed and happy with all the people we've got lined up to speak, the people we have lined up to do music, the workshops that are happening. It is going to be one of the best ones we've had to date. And if you have not signed up yet, I'm happy to tell you several people took advantage of the early bird and got theirs fee paid by the 1st of September, and we actually kind of let it go through September too, just to fudge a little bit, see if anybody showed up late. But now it is $150, which is still an amazing amount for a weekend, and you pay a little bit now, a little bit next month, and you've got it. So please sign up, be part of it, and if you'd like to volunteer to be a helper at it, we would love to have, we need registration people and food runners and things like that. Okay, Sandra Chavez.
I want to invite everyone to the mysticism of global awareness. Let me
Come up here, Sandra, so people at home can hear you. Oh yeah, there's people at home.
wants me up here.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you love it so much.
I do.
Oh, well, hey.
My calling has always been diversity of culture. And I was gifted to marry someone that was not my culture, and having probably over 100 kids from different countries in my home. So my daughter was growing up with that awareness. Now, as we're all getting elders, becoming elders, continuing to grow, I realized that I wanted to be in a group, men and women, that we can talk about the respect, not pain, okay? Not this hurts or that hurts, but respect. And the way we learn it is by understanding the different cultures. So please join me. It'll start on October 4th. I have no idea how it's going to evolve. Bring a book of your own that you think we would be interested in, and I will bring a book of poems. Cool. See you on October 4th.
I love when we can create change, when we can create newness, and when we can continue to grow. Thank you, Sandra, for picking that up and running with it. There's many, many opportunities to serve, greeters, ushers, all sorts of things. Yard people, we're still doing every Saturday until the conference. We're doing Saturdays at in the yard, mowing, weeding, pruning, whatever, to get everything up and running. And Ona, would you like to do a brief announcement about the practitioners, and then we will do our peace song.
Practitioners study. They inquire into their own lives and their own issues, and then they learn how to help other people. And we are here to serve you. During COVID, it kind of got out of fashion to do so, but I hope that some of you will take advantage of us and pick somebody that you're attracted to and ask for some sessions with them. And they can help you with issues you have when you forget who you are. They can help you remember, and it's really a good experience. Will the practitioners that are here please stand? Say your names. Ona Chambers and thank you very much. And now if you'd stand, and we're going to all sing the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, we are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Choose, please repeat after me. I wonder. I wonder, wonder, wonder. Who wrote the book of love? And so it is.